Marvel Rivals has a ton of different characters to learn and master, and while some are clearly easier than others, in the right hands, any character can be really strong. So today we here at Direct Gaming want to show you one of our personal favorite support characters, Cloak and Dagger. Oh, and make sure to leave your comment below if you have any tips and tricks you have learned as Cloak and Dagger, and don't forget to check out our full playlist on other characters and full game guides as well in the top right corner. Let's get started. Now, this video is going to be broken down into 3 parts. A breakdown of the basic abilities and skills and how to use them, then some strategies that we here on the team have found to be very useful, providing B-roll to show you how to use them exactly, then finally a quick highlight of some of our best runs to show you just how good this character is. Okay, starting off with some of the abilities for Cloak and Dagger. This dark and light cosmic tag team duo is a support character where Dagger will be your healer while Cloak will dish out the damage like an intern who wishes he could be a DPS character but really isn't. Let's look at Dagger first. Like I stated beforehand, Dagger is your healer. Her basic attack, as seen here with the left click on PC, shoots light force daggers at enemies and allies. The enemies are going to take damage from these while allies will be healed. Do note the healing is not as fast as you might think, so you will not be able to heal a teammate who is taking a lot of damage at the same time. Her other main attack / ability is her Dagger Storm. This will create a healing bubble that will heal allies pretty fast as long as they're inside of it, and it's great for areas where the team might be held up as, say, a checkpoint. Keep in mind though, this has a 14-second cooldown timer, so don't just spam this as fast as you can. Her main cooldown ability is Veil of Life Force, where she's going to throw out what looks like a healing rectangle that will heal anybody who touches it on your team. The nice thing about this is that it will actually grant a healing boost to your teammates, meaning you can combine your basic light force dagger attacks with this veil to heal your teammates even faster. This ability though does have a 12-second timer, so like Dagger Storm, don't just throw it out as fast as you can. Her final ability to talk about is Shadow Embrace, which will swap her out with Cloak. This ability has no cooldown timer, meaning that if you get really good, you can actually switch between both characters and utilize both the healing and damage really fast to help out your team. When it comes to the ultimate ability, Cloak and Dagger have the same one, so before we get into that, let's talk about how Cloak works and then we'll get into the ultimate ability. Cloak's main attack is very different from Dagger, as it actually is a continuous attack that you need to hold down the attack button instead of simply firing before you reload. This attack does require you to get in close and personal, so no sniping from the back of the lane like a basic bitch. For his right click, you gain the ability to use Dark Teleportation, which will enshroud you and nearby allies in the Dark Force dimension, allowing you to take no damage for a couple of seconds. As always though, it does come with a 12-second cooldown timer, so this really is best used when a lot of your teammates are around, or maybe you see something like an ultimate attack coming your way and you activate it right beforehand so that you don't get a team wipe. Terror Cape is the final ability where he will actually throw out his own rectangle attack, very similar to what we saw with Dagger, but it's actually going to blind your enemies. Okay, not really blind your enemies, but narrow their sights, making them take more damage. This move also has a 12-second cooldown timer, so make sure if you use this, make sure you have some other teammates getting some attacks in. That way the enemy team will be gone and you can rest easy. Now when it comes to the final move for both of these characters, it is named Eternal Bond. This will allow you to make 3 dashes across the area, leaving a dark and light-like substance on the ground that both heals your allies and damages the enemies. It's very good for crowd control, especially in certain spots where everyone might be right on top of each other. Now as we wrap up these basic abilities, this is where I normally would mention the team-up ability, since this is what Marvel Rivals is unique for. But for Cloak and Dagger, you actually don't get one. You simply provide one to Moon Knight with the ability to become invisible when he uses his abilities. And while this could sound cool and useful, as of right now at the time of this recording, Moon Knight is hardly used online and I rarely see him in any matches. And until such time, you most likely will never see this. When and if things change, make sure you check the pinned comment for any kind of updates. Okay, so those are all the moves and abilities. A little longer than most I know, but it helps to be thorough. Now let's get into some of the combos and stress that you can use for both these characters. But before that, really quick, I need to pay some bills, and that's possible thanks to today's sponsor, Factor. Are you someone who loves the game but just can't find the time? Want to finally jump into the brand new game Black Myth Wukong, or maybe just a quick online match with the boys? But that crazy schedule of yours just won't allow it. Whether it be school, full-time job, family, or anything else you can think of, throw on top of that having to make dinner and clean up after, which, let's be honest, nobody likes to do. Well, today is your lucky day. Factor is the best place to get chef-prepared meals on the table in 2 minutes that are not only ready to go, but extremely healthy and tasty. I mean, just look at all these options right here. My personal top 3 picks would have to be the roasted garlic chicken, honey mustard pork chops, and oh, that creamy Parmesan chicken. Yeah, I'm definitely eyeing that one right there. Or maybe you just need something for breakfast. The smoky bacon and cheddar egg bites definitely make my mouth water a little bit. It gives you the protein you need for the day and can also get in some much needed gaming sessions. All you have to do in order to get all of this is just click the link in the pinned comment to get 50%. Yes, you heard me, 50%. That is half off the normal price of your first factor box. And you will also get 20% off your next month's order. Also, to top it all off, you don't need to order something for every day. Only need meals for 2 days out of the week? No problem. One thing I especially love about Factor is that you can actually skip weeks, which means that you are not charged and you can start back up whenever you want. That saves you money when you need it, and you can still get in those sweet gaming sessions. So, what the heck are you waiting for? Hit the link, sign up, and use the code that you see on screen to get 50% off now. Okay, we back. Now, as we mentioned in our before you play video that you see here on the screen, the main mode that you're going to be playing is quick play, which consists of capture the objective and move the payload. If you're playing the payload mode, Dagger is great as a healer since you can actually throw her Dagger Storm onto the objective and anyone who is actually PTFOing will be healed. Do keep in mind though, if you try to use a move like Veil of Light Force, the payload will actually block this move, meaning that you're not able to heal teammates who happen to be on the other side. This can also be a great place to use something like your super. If everyone on both teams is surrounding the payload, simply hit the ult button and watch your teammates get healed while dealing a ton of damage to the enemies. Anyone on the enemy team who happens to see if their health is going down is either going to back off, giving your teammates room enough to breathe, or simply going to die from taking too much damage thanks to your ult ability. Now, when it comes to Cloak, Cloak is definitely a little bit interesting. As we mentioned beforehand, you can switch between Cloak and Dagger as fast as you possibly can. So try to get into a habit where you're going between both of them, healing and then going into the attack. When it comes to strictly using Cloak, you can be good with not only using his normal attack to deal damage up close, since everyone will be around the cargo, but you can also use the Dark Teleportation move that we talked about beforehand to help teammates avoid these moments where everyone on the enemy team is about to use their ults at the same time. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're coming down to the end of a match, everyone's got their ults ready, everyone's about to fire upon your team, and everyone's gonna die. Well, Cloak could come in and actually save your entire team, or at least a majority of them. It is obviously safe to still back up a little bit, but regardless, this is going to be a really good move to help save you from a team wipe. Now, if you happen to be playing the other game mode, which is Capture the Zone, Dagger is going to be very helpful with her light bubbles to keep healing going while also throwing out her Veil. Remember to use your daggers after you use the Veil to make healing go much faster for your allies. Now, as we've already stated a couple of times, the biggest trick to this character is getting used to switching back and forth. If you say, for example, get a healing bubble down, then switch over to Cloak to help out with the DPS, then you're going to be both healing your team and taking out enemies at the same time. Just remember though that you die pretty fast with this character, especially if you're only sticking around as one character, say as Cloak or as Dagger. So if you get up close and personal with Cloak, make sure you try to back off as fast as possible. Use his abilities to make him invulnerable for a couple seconds, switch back over to Dagger, and then try to heal as best you can. When you activate some of Dagger's abilities, it'll actually heal you faster, so it's going to work out for the best of you. And there we go. There's everything you need to know about the character Cloak and Dagger in Marvel Rivals. Before we go, we're going to leave you with a fun little clip of one of our highlighted matches that we played here on stream. So if you want to join us sometime in the future, make sure to check us out live and sub to the channel. And of course, if you have your own personal tips and tricks you want to talk about, make sure you leave a comment down below and we'll make sure to check it out as fast as we can. With all that being said, I've been Tallen Direct Gaming. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I hope you have a great day and week, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Until next time, everyone, John A.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
Robot spiders all over the place. Make sure that's happening.
So it begins.
Enemies count. Lights out. Did he just get stronger?
My time to shine. Feeling stronger already.
Much better. Lights out. Helping from the shadows. Get in here, y'all.
Spiders from this nest are hunting more spiders.
I'm hulking.
He stopped them in their tracks.
I'm good to go.
I am ready to put on a show.
Lights out.
It's spider time! Our enemies are
Us against the world.
behind you. My light energy flows stronger.
Team player.
I am much better now. Who will help?
Lights out. For mutant kind! Nature itself.
My time to shine.
I'm hulking! Lights out.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Darkness swallows you.
My time to shine.
Oh boy, here they come! I feel like myself again. I'm good to go. You think you calm down now?
Friends, gather around.
You got a shield, Tandy.
My life. I am ready
By
to
the
put on a show.
eye of Agamotto!
Whoa, please, we're hurt. My time to shine. A boom of light. Us against the world.
I'm